Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Preston Show. I thank you for being here. I always do. It's a pleasure to be able to do the podcast. It's a pleasure to be in the greatest country on the face of the earth. That's what it's a pleasure to do. That's why I do this here. Many of people have a voice. They don't know how to market themselves. They don't know how to put themselves in the right platform. They don't know how to do certain things that others do that are successful. When we talk about success, we always talk about on this show, you define your own success. Your success is going to be determined by you and by nobody else. Never let anybody else set the goal for you, right? Set your own goals. Write them down and follow them through. I really want to talk about the economy today. The economy is off to a great start this week. It's Monday. People are back hard at work, sweating hard, ready to hear some good news. And that's what I have for you. I have good news for you. I have some interesting news and I have some good news for you. So, first, we're just going to get this out of the way because I don't want to infringe on the great news that I have. So, U.S. gunmaker Remington files for bankruptcy. That report comes from Reuters. The company chief financial officer, Stephen Jackson, said in the court papers that their sales have fallen significantly just last year. So, the gun grabbers out there, the gun warriors, the social media justice warriors out there, beating the pavement, beating the concrete. Here's your day. Here's your chance. Here's your flashpoint to throw up on the Instagram. Here's your flashpoint to throw up on the Facebook. Here you go. Here's what you wanted, right? Companies that go bankrupt. Forget Trump and anybody talking about, forget Trump talking about banning bump stocks for good. Right? Where's that being talked about at? Nowhere. Not on your favorite Fox News network program, whatever. Not on your Bloomberg. Not on any of this shit. Do you see what's important being talked about? You don't see it. You won't see it. You know why you won't see it? Because we're all being lied to. Because we're all being set up by a diversion. A diversion that is created by the media, operated by the media, and run by who the hell knows. But we are being subtracted from the facts, right? We're being cut out from the facts, and we're being fed and spoon-fed propaganda, fake news. It's all over the place. Did Facebook not just get in a massive amount of trouble for data mining, selling that information off to third parties? Did they not just get in trouble for this? This is not the first time they've been in trouble, mind you. Their stock is up today, folks. Their stock is up. No changes have been made that I've seen. Changes are being talked about, but we all know how that goes. You can talk as much as you want. Doesn't mean much until it's done. Facebook has slid somewhat. But if you think it's going to go away politely, neatly, in an organized fashion, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. You look at silver. Silver on the day is up. Not much, but 11 cents. We'll take it. We love our bullion, right? We love our bullion. We love that. Interesting, Bitcoin. Down a lot today. Down almost 8%. Almost 8%. What is going on with Bitcoin? I'll tell you what's going on with Bitcoin. The trust isn't there. The trust is not there for Bitcoin or the Bitcoin enthusiast. The people that want you to buy in Ethereum. These different Forexes. But then turn around and tell you stability is overrated. No, it's not. Stability is what holds families together. Damn it. So I'm sick and tired of hearing the amateur opinion out there. That's why I give my amateur opinion. Because I'm sick and tired of the other amateur opinions. Gold is up today. Gold's up $2.90. Right? Sitting at $1,352.80. Amazing. Amazing. What is going on with cryptocurrencies? What is going on with cryptocurrencies? We all wonder. Is it risk and reward? Or is it just one risk that you're not seeing the other side to? That you're not being told what's really going on with cryptocurrency? Even explaining cryptocurrency blows people's brains up. What happens when you have a whole stock market doing great, right? You got gold, you got silver, the S&P 500 is up, the Dow 30's up, the Russell 2000's up, the NASDAQ is up. Everything is up. Big number gains today, son. Big number gains. When you're talking about the stock market is a small reflection of the U.S. economy, a small fraction of what the U.S. economy entails. That is what the stock market is. That is what the stock market has continued to be, and I don't want to hear anything else about it. That's what it is. It's important, but it's only important if you're invested in it. It's not important if you're not. It's just not important. So what I'll tell you is that you're way better off saving your hard-earned money, investing in a high-growth mutual fund backed by stocks, investing in that IRA Roth, not dipping your toe in the water, but I'm talking about staying above the waves, right? You got to stay above the wave. Bitcoin's a wave. You're going to ride that wave and crash and burn with it. Maybe you got a little success off of it. Maybe you made a lot of money off of it. Are you doing the smart thing, or are you doing what everybody else is doing in the room? This is a good way to look at it. It's a good way to look at it. It truly is. The price of oil for the barrel. So we all love oil. We're all big fans of crude. We need it, right? We need it bad. You know, crude oil today sits at $65.47 a barrel. It's down a little bit, a fraction of a dollar, basically. Almost half a dollar, I would say. Okay, not even a whole percentage point. Crude oil is strong. The dollar is strong. You are seeing, and let's not forget interest rates at an all-time low for small businesses. This is the time that if you have a plan, if you have an idea, you put it to use. I'm telling you this because I care about you. Because I want to see you make that $1 million. Then I want to see you make another $1 million. And I want to see you be humble. You can be arrogant, that's fine. But you got to know your humble beginnings. You got to know your humble roots. You got to know where you came from. Never forget. I don't like people who condemn the place that they came from, no matter how bad it was. I don't like that. It doesn't sit well with me. Humble beginnings, man. Humble beginnings. They're going to get you where you want to be, ladies and gentlemen. We all got to start somewhere. Whether you started off with a silver spoon in your mouth or not. Whether you were given the shovel and a pile of dirt to clear your path, or you weren't even given the shovel and you just got this big mess of dirt to dig through. You got to start digging. You got to start plugging away. Follow up on the leads. Take advantage of the economy. Don't let other people take advantage of you. And I'll be damned if I continue to listen to the noise. And I just don't ignore it. It's the best thing to do. Ignore the noise. Ignore the noise. What's really interesting, as you know, I go through online and I do my research and I'm fact checking my own stuff, and I'm really disappointed in a lot of things. I'm really disappointed in these flat earth people. I'm really disappointed in these people that believe the moon landings were fake. I'm disappointed. I'm not mad, not angry at them, but I'm disappointed that people have that much time on their hands to worry about frivolous shit that changes nothing, absolutely nothing. The earth being round or flat changes nothing. Doesn't change your job. Doesn't change your occupation. You do that. So we have people on the left, we have people on the right that can't make up their damn mind whether they want to like this president or not. Let me tell you, I don't care if you like this president or not. I don't care if you ramble on about how much you don't like or how much you do like this president. None of that matters to me. None of it. But when I go to the media and I'm trying to get some news, please drop some knowledge on me today. They can't do it. They just can't. It's hogwash. And I'm rinsing my hands with it. Yes, I am. And I'm going to use a lot of sanitizer, too. So when I look around, and I look at these stocks, and I go through my favorite ones, and I go through different ones, because I'm a fan of the stock market. I enjoy it. I like to watch the numbers. I'm a numbers guy. I'm not deeply invested in it. I don't put too much time there, but I check it. I like to know what's going on. I like to know what's going on with the economy. I find if I look at news in business and news in, the finance world, we often find real, knowledgeable, factual, statistical information that can be applied in everyday life. When you go to the media for your politics, you don't find that. What do you get? You get your head stuck up your politics. You can't decide what's what. You start basing your decision like the politician would base his decision, and you get away from just being an every ordinary citizen with great skills, with a great mind. And you let these people, these idiots, not all of them, right? Not all of the politicians are idiots. There's some very good ones. I voted for very good ones. I continue to vote. I believe voting is the most important thing you can do in this country besides work, because you have to value work. Stephen Hawking, before he dies, tells us, listen, you have to work. And I'm not saying you got to work with your hands. You can work with your mind and be just as efficient, be just as successful. But if you do both, you will never know your limits. And that's from me. But what from Stephen Hawking tells us is you have to value work. Work is good for you. It is good for you. To not work or to not want to work is the beginning of your retirement, folks. And if you're not at retirement age, why are we talking about not working? Something doesn't sit right with that to me. So I look out, and I'm really trying to understand. I'm trying to understand the millennials. But I'm not putting too much time into that, because millennials change. Okay, remember when I talk about riding the wave? Do you want to ride the wave? Do you want to go away from the wave? How do you want to approach this wave? Millennials tend to go with the wave. They tend to see something. This is younger people. They tend to see something, and then they want to be that. They want to be that person. Forget being yourself. If you can be like that guy, look how much attention he gets. It's the wrong way to handle it. It's the wrong way to handle it. Bragging never looks good on young people. You'll hear stories of people giving money, donating to charity, doing all these right things. And it's all over the media, right? It's all over the news. Their publicists got it up there. They're so happy and proud. They're beating their chest, patting themselves on the back. Skippy-doo-dah. I'm telling you, the nicest people, the humblest people, they don't care who knows if they're donating to charity or not, except that charity. As long as they know, that's all that matters to them. Those are the people I try to surround myself with. Those are the people I try to be around. I don't try to be always around like-minded people, but I'll tell you what, when you're around like-minded people, you get a hell of a lot more done. You'll get a hell of a lot more done. If you don't believe me, you're not around like-minded people at all. You're around people that have many differences than you, which is fine. But if you can't find any common ground, you will get nothing done. So understand when I say, know who you are around. Know the crew that you're with. Know the squad that you're with. If you don't know these people as well as you think you do, you're just delusioned from reality. You will never truly fulfill your goals if you're not around people who believe in you, who support you. I think Will Smith, I watched a video he did about it. It was a great video about, people need to be around people that support them. And if people are not like-minded, It's very hard for them to get behind somebody that doesn't think anything the way they think. It's very hard. And anybody that says it's not is lying, and they're just flat out lying to you. They have no knowledge of the subject at all. When you talk about a wide range of subjects with somebody, you're going to see exactly how much they can go with you and how much they just block out and tune out. You're going to see a 3-hour conversation with somebody. You'll be able to see if you were able to expose how little knowledge they had on a subject. It's so easy for people that know you or care about you to say, yeah, I've seen that, or yeah, I've done that, but really they haven't. Really, they didn't know nothing about it. Maybe they heard about it somewhere on the low. Maybe they were just doing some research and it popped up and their eyeballs met it and it kind of stuck in their brain. Just because your retina sees something doesn't mean you have that laser focus for whatever you're looking at. You have to continue to do your due diligence, do your homework, do your research. When we look at the economy, there was no doubt in my mind that this president would bring in people who understood the economy. There's no doubt in my mind that people are going to have to come into the administration and they're also going to have to leave. You have to try different people out. If someone's not working out for something, you don't keep them there hoping that they're going to work it out. Doesn't work. That never works. And if anything, you're just creating more work for the next guy. Get that guy the hell out of there and put someone in that knows what they're doing. That is the best mentality you can have when you approach that situation. I'm speaking from a manager standpoint, a supervisor standpoint, and if you're in the government, it's not much more different than that. Find the right people. The problem we have right now, when I look at politics on the geopolitical platform, I see that we have a president that's not been able to get all of his people in place. You have a lot of people from the Obama administration, and I've talked to my friends about this. What you need when you become president is not only your own people in there, because that's your right to put your own people in certain spots they need to be. But if you don't do that, you really expect those people to go along with what you're doing? Absolutely not. Not unless it was something they gelled with before. And that's very rare when you get a new president, regardless of parties, regardless of the party lines. I look at Canada, and Canada gets a lot of slack. I think as Americans, we just give other countries a lot of slack because we just don't fully understand. We haven't taken the time to know the culture. We haven't taken the time to step back and say, that wouldn't work here, but it works there. How does it work there? Instead of saying it works there because they all just believe it and they're all dumb and they all just are dumbed down by it. It's not true. It's not true at all. I look at Canadians like our brothers to the north. Our brothers and sisters to the north. That's how I look at Canada. I look at the southern border, right? And I'm a conservative guy. It's coming from a conservative guy here. I look on the southern border, and I'm like, hey, man, those are our brothers and sisters on the southern border. We're all in the same, we're here, same continent, right? We're all here together. Now, it doesn't take much to get to Mexico. It doesn't take much to get to Canada. Doesn't take much. Not when you're American. No. We're the policemen of the world. We can go wherever the hell we want, basically. Basically. I would choose carefully. But I'd say basically you can go wherever the hell you want. No one's going to stop you. And if they do, well, you have a president in office that has shown what he would do, right? Talk about, what is it? LeVar Ball's kids. LeVar Ball's kids and his homies that go over to, China. They, what the hell are they doing? Shoplifting, of all things. Something's wrong with that picture. Forget everything else. Something's just wrong with that picture to me. You have a president that bails them out. We have a president that is in command, that is in power. If you don't believe that, then you're misled. You're very misled. You're misinformed. You need to study a little bit more on that topic or that issue before you speak on it. The most important thing I can tell you today is that you need to know your number. And the reason I say it just like that is because you all have value. We are equal at birth. We are equal at birth. After that, it's up to you. If you're in America, this is a capitalist society. We live in a republic, not a democracy. Our government is a democracy. Let us not forget. We live in a republic. All for one, one for all. That is the way of the republic. To invest in anybody else, you must fully be invested in yourself. Don't be confused. Don't be misled. Don't let the crazy leftists try to pat you down and talk over you. Don't let them. Don't let the crazy hardcore right-wingers come after you and make you believe what they believe by threats or any of the other sorts. Don't get caught up in the Facebook comments. I don't do that. We don't do the Facebook comments. You learn nothing from that. You get nothing from that. We don't do the Instagram comments. I don't have enough time. My time is valuable. My time is money, son. We don't got time for all that. Look how I'm dressed. Look how I'm dressed, okay? Right? Professional. Professional. Are you professional? That's up to you to decide. I can tell you right now I'm a professional. Professional Preston here, folks. It's about presenting yourself in a certain way. Other people will take you serious. As long as you're putting on a great persona. And not an act, but your persona you give off is genuine. And you got something to say, people will follow you. People will hear what you have to say. Whether they believe you or don't believe you is another discussion. That's a grand debate for another time. The most important thing I will tell you is know your number. Know your number. If you're working and you're making $8.25 an hour, is that what you value yourself at? Then you need to go make more than $8.25 an hour. Oh, Preston, that's hard. Oh, Preston, I don't know if I can make that one work. That mentality, you won't make it work. There's no way in hell you'll make it work with that mentality. So what I tell people, whether you're on the left, whether you're on the right, just because you're a Democrat doesn't mean you can't be my friend. Just because you're a Republican doesn't mean you can't be my friend. You're an independent, you got no say. You don't believe in any of that. Doesn't mean you can't be my friend. We can have a rational conversation. But we're not going to talk about things we disagree on necessarily. We don't have to do that. Because we don't want to fight with each other. We're friends. Friends are able to put differences aside. That is the key to brotherhood. When you talk about responsibility, accountability, personal responsibility is fundamental. As a conservative man, I follow that daily. Religiously, I follow that. Personal responsibility. You are responsible for your own actions. I'm not here to pick up anybody else's work. I am not here to pay for anybody else's health care. I am not here to help those who can't help themselves. That is not why I'm here. I am here to make my life comfortable so I can be happy. And after that, and I have found happiness, now I am more willing to help people than I've ever been. Now I am more willing to walk up to that stranger and say, I see you're having a bad day. How can I help? Sir, you're crying. Why are you crying, sir? I want to help you. You can never love until you first love yourself. And if you don't love yourself and who you are and everything about you, you can't love anybody else. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. That's not true love. That's not true love. It's just not. And you can lie to yourself and go to bed lying to yourself, and that's fine. Do that. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do to make it through those hard days. Guess what? The days get longer until you get to about 25. After you hit 25, the days turn into rapid fire. And before you know it, it's 1 in the afternoon. What have you got done? Did you follow through on your calendar today? Did you follow through on your agenda today? Or did you just get drunk as hell, stoned as a mother, and just kick back and watch Garfield? What did you do? Because when your friends come to you, sometimes they're just coming to you for inspiration. And they need that. That's why you're friends. That's why they're coming to you. Like I said, don't be friends with people you don't want to talk to, because they will come to you. They will come to you to ask questions. They will come to you for knowledge that they didn't have on a certain issue before. They will do that. That's what friends are for. We're here to support each other. We're here to help each other. We're here to give each other the knowledge that we didn't have. Make sure, if there's one thing you can do, you know your number. You know where to value yourself at. You know when you're going into these different businesses or these different places, you're going in these interviews, know your number. Be able to walk away. Be able to say, that's not good enough for me. I can't live off that. I need more, or I'm going to have to go find somewhere else, and I thank you for your time. I thank you for the opportunity. When you're leaving a job, leave on good terms. My friend Joe Irwin always says, if you ever leave a job, leave on good terms, because you never know where those people at that job might end up. They might end up working for you. They might end up being your next boss. Leave on good terms. Ladies and gentlemen, just like the hands of time, I'm turning it over to you. Good night, everybody.